I've been gone for a very long time because I was sick, and then I was sick, and then I went out of town. And then I just didn't have time because going out of town made me super behind on work and stuff. So, yeah. You're not gonna know if I'm nervous or not. Don't go silent on me now! Why is it so loud? Senor Falcon, I trust everything is in order. See, now it's fine. It's just that start that's super loud. Absolutely, I have every intention of bringing the truth to light in this trial. Ah, such confidence, that's magnificent to see. In bringing the truth to light, you say? An admirable goal. No more jousting at imaginary giants. All of you, cease your yammering, the door's opening. Here we go. Buena suerte, Senor Falcon. We will. I don't remember a whole lot about what was going on. I remember Loud Prince Dude, because Loud Prince Dude. Nervous? Why would I be nervous? I'm not nervous. I'm as calm as a I'm as calm as a cuckoo. You're the nervous one. This whole courtroom is nervous. Whoa, cool your feathers, Falcon. Terrible. You can't even maintain a stoic facade. I thought this trial would be the perfect opportunity for you to redeem your previous embarrassments, but if this is how you act before the trial has even started, why, you pompous-tailed posture perfect. Posture perfect? Order, order, let's all settle down. Court is now in session. Falcon, what? Is it me, or does the primary judge look hairier today? That's a different judge to the one who resided over Dame Cataline's trial, you doofus. Oh, still it's a little strange, is it? I suppose. Excuse me, Your Honor, I was under the impression that Judge Maxime would be residing over this case. Where is he? So it is strange. Judge Maxime has gone on temporary sick leave due to a terrible accident with a flight of stairs, but rest assured, assessors, prosecutor, defense, and members of the jury, that I am more than qualified to fill his shoes. I'm sure you are. Without further ado, let's get this show underway. This is the trial of Prince Juan Crudo, who stands accused of murdering Major Howell and of conspiring to murder the king himself. Roll call. The defense is present and ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Good, very good. I expect this to be a nice, speedy trial. I don't want to see this dragged out by technicalities and bureaucracy. Well said, Your Honor. I expect that once the court sees the overwhelming evidence, this trial will be over in 5 minutes. 5 minutes? He's just messing with your head, Falcon. Keep it together! So we're all on the same page. Excellent. Prosecutor, please call your first witness to the stand. I call the police officer who investigated the crime scene. Step up to the stand, Inspector, and recite the oath. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Please recite your name and occupation for the court record. My name is Inspector Just Falerty. I am a servant to the law, a scourge of the gutter rats. That will do, Inspector. We've all heard your monologue before. Cocorico really is going for a speed record, isn't he? Now, can you tell us what you witnessed on the morning of the 7th of January? Of course. At 10 o'clock... 10 o'clock? 10 o'clock? Okay. I missed this game. I was called to the Louvre's Grand Gallery by one of the King's Royal Guards. Did he just say o'clock? Yeah. Yes, he did. There I saw Prince Juan, King Louis Philippe, the corpse of Major Howell with a rose in his hand, and around 24 citizens. The citizens and the king himself all attest to seeing Major Howell taking the rose from Prince Juan's hand and then promptly dropping dead. And what did the morgue uncover upon examination of the corpse? The coroner determined with absolute certainty that Major Howell died of poisoning. Aside from a prick upon the finger, there was no sign of external harm to Major Howell's body. Therefore, the poison rose must have been the cause of death. Putting the pieces together, that does seem very implicative of the prince. I have no further questions. Damn, I was hoping that the coroner's report would determine that the guy died from a freak heart attack or something. That would make for a particularly speedy trial, wouldn't it? But no, we aren't so lucky. Something else must be amiss in the old bird's testimony. Right, I'll tear it apart. Your Honor, I wish to cross-examine the witness. Falcon, wasn't it? Don't waste the court's time. A high-ranking police officer would never lie on the witness stand. I wouldn't accuse the inspector of lying, I just want to make sure that every base is properly covered. Ugh, this sounds like pointless nitpicking to me, but I'll allow it for now. Go on, Falcon, do your cross-examination. 10 o'clock. I gotta question that. 10 o'clock, you say? Correct, 10 o'clock. Surely you meant to say 10 o'clock? I beg your pardon? You clucked like a chicken. JJ, do you really want to kick off this trial by picking on petty pronunciation peculiarities? Yeah. Yeah, I do. Yes, absolutely. Why would the inspector choose to say 10 o'clock rather than 10 o'clock? Really now, that is a ridiculous thing to pick up on. Yes, JJ, us roosters have been known to cluck on occasion. It's a habit. Get over it. This is such blatant time wasting. They're stalling. What a buffoon. Uh-oh. No, I lost favor! Do you have another question about Inspector Villerti's arrival of 10 o'clock? Yes. How long did it take you to arrive? Around 5 minutes. I happened to be in the neighboring Palais Royal at the time, so it was a simple journey. Then I'm guessing that Major Howell would have been dead for around 10 minutes by the time you arrived? That would be a fair estimate. Plenty of time for a bad guy to slip away, huh? That's definitely a possibility. I don't think the court would appreciate my wild speculations, though. No, we're good on that. 24 citizens? Oh boy, when you put it like that, our situation seems a little dire, doesn't it? Correct. We collected precisely 22 testimonies, and there were no major inconsistencies. What exactly did they say? Each citizen attested to seeing the king and his entourage approaching the new painting in the Grand Gallery. They each heard the king deliver a short speech, which was on the subject of progress and societal improvements and whatnot. There was some applause, then Prince Juan stepped out of the crowd and approached the king with the rose in his hand. Each person then saw Major Howell take the rose from Prince Juan, and each person saw Major Howell promptly drop dead. I see. Some of the descriptions of the man's death were quite graphic. He convulsed, twisted, and spasmed, said one witness. His mouth frothed like he was a rabid lunatic, said another. Thank you, Inspector. I think we get the picture. I don't know. Can we trust the testimonies? I saw nothing to give me doubt. I guess not. Given the consistency between the testimonies, I very much doubt it. No. Poisoning? Let's question that part. Inspector, you say that the coroner determined with certainty that Major Howell was killed by poison. Correct. He stated the signs and symptoms were textbook. There is no possibility that his death was natural. What kind of poison? He was not certain. At first the coroner posited that it was a plant-borne poison like that of the aconite flower, but when he learned how fast the poison had taken effect, he noted that this was atypical of aconite. Consequently, he suggested that it may have been some newly engineered concoction. A newly engineered poison, you say? Well, that only reaffirms that this was a very deliberate assassination attempt. Indeed. Yes. How was Major Howell poisoned? His finger was pricked by the poison rose. He even commented out loud about it seconds before dying. All 22 citizens who witnessed the murder attested to seeing and hearing this. Is there any possibility that he was poisoned by something else? What an absurd thing to ask, JJ. You just heard that 22 people saw the victim prick his finger and die. What are you suggesting? That the pricked finger had no relation to the poisoning? Yeah? That's exactly what I'm saying. I don't doubt that Major Howell was poisoned, but I do doubt that the rose was the cause. Unbelievable. Only a total buffoon could fail to draw the blatant link here. JJ, as tempting as it is to sit here and lecture you on the basics of cause and effect, I'll end this discussion plainly. Inspector, please tell the defense that you found traces of poison on the thorns of the rose itself. That should alleviate all doubt that the rose was, in fact, the poison delivery mechanism. Actually, I can't tell him that. I dread to ask, but why not? We didn't check the rose for traces of poison. It just seemed obvious that the rose caused the poisoning given the timing of the incident. Well, then, now would be a good time to make a test. Here's a marvelous thought. We prick the finger of the defendant with the rose. If there is no poison on the rose, then Prince Juan lives and he is free to go. If the rose is poisoned, then the prince dies. But that's okay, because the punishment would be just and fitting of the crime. Don't think that's how it works. What is this, a witch trial? This isn't America, Severin. Haha, that's not how we do things here. Calm your feathers, JJ. It was clearly a joke. There are far more humane ways of testing for poison. I'm sure the inspector will perform his duty with due diligence. Actually, we won't be able to test the rose for poison at all. Why is that? Given the dangerous nature of the flower, it was destroyed by the police first. We burned it to ashes. Such unprofessionalism. If we have no way to know whether the rose is poison, then this whole trial ought to be called into question. Nice try, JJ, but through the process of reasoning by elimination, we can still deduce with absolute certainty that the rose is poison. In other words, there was nothing else at the crime scene that could have caused the poisoning. Wrong! There was something else at the crime scene that could have contained the poison, something the investigative police blindly overlooked. Ah, I remember this part now. Chocolate wrapper. Look at this! What am I supposed to be looking at? It is the paper wrapper to a piece of chocolate. It was found in the Louvre of the Salle du Tibre, to be precise, and we can date its consumption to the day of the incident. You're not suggesting that Major Howell ate a piece of poisoned chocolate moments before he died. I most certainly am. Yeah, I got my favor back. Did you see this wrapper at the crime scene for yourself, Inspector? The police force does not have the time nor resources to trawl every piece of trash at every crime scene, I'm afraid. In other words, you overlooked it. Tisk, astounding unprofessionalism. The prosecution is right to be disgusted. What a disgraceful display, Inspector. I offer my apologies, Your Honor. I don't want your apologies. I want you to do your damn job properly. Get off the witness podium before I kick you off myself. As you wish. I'll take my leave. Until next time, messieurs. So let me get this straight. This chocolate wrapper was found at the crime scene. Correct. And you have reason to believe that it was consumed on the day of the incident. I do. I have an expert food-tasting witness who is willing to testify if need be. You have a foodie witness? I don't recall anyone like that. Who on earth are you talking about? Oh, I see. Yeah, it's you, Sparrowson. Duh. But do you know for certain that Major Howell consumed his chocolate? Well, that is a fact that we are still investigating. I see. And you have evidence that this chocolate was in fact poisoned? Again, that is something that may require a little more time to definitely prove. So then, in actuality, you do not have evidence that Major Howell consumed some poisoned chocolate. Instead, you have a solitary piece of rubbish that you plucked straight out of the gutter. That's weak, even for you, JJ. Let's move things along. I have another witness I would like to summon. But he will summon them in the next episode. So, sorry I was gone for so long. I'm back now. Yeah, there's more things on the wall behind me. Don't worry about it. Bye!